Hi, I'm Todd Aylesworth with Fleet Kleen Pressure Washing, and we're here at a job we're going to clean with our drone today. We have a roof that's on a church here at St Paul Lutheran Church, which has become quite dirty, usually required lifts and that type of thing, and we're able with our drone to come in and clean it without anybody getting onto the roof and without any lifts disrupting anything like the landscaping. So anyhow, every roof is a little bit different, and we like to come assess them and give the exact recommendation. And on this one, it's primarily the drone doing all the cleaning.
What's the process? Do you kind of start at the top and will you work your way down? Or do you think you're going to be going left to right? Any idea on how this is going to go down here today?
Yeah, sure. Of course, we're first going to get started on the right-hand side, and we'll start at the top and basically working left to right. Some of the cleaner will come down and help clean the roof below, and then at the end we'll do some of the touch-ups from the ground.
What the marks on there now, is that algae or mold, or what's on there right now?
It's very common. The algae that you see down here a lot, Gloeocapsa Magma, is it's actually a living organism and a living item that's sitting there working on the roof, and we're able with our cleaner to get that off of there rather easily.
Once we get it clean, how long is that good for before it gets dirty again? How does that work?
Well, each roof's a little different. Depends on the surface, depends on where it is facing the sun and the conditions. But when we leave here, it'll be good and clean. And if they want us to come back more regularly, we can use a lighter chemical and help them keep it clean year round.
And we decided to do this on Facebook Live because you get a lot of questions always coming into your office. How does the process work? So we kind of thought showing the drone live would be a cool idea today, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll give, I'm sure, the questions you have on Facebook or the questions that people have here at St. Paul Lutheran Church today. So we're looking forward to it.
So people can actually email their questions while they're watching this, and we'll try and respond live online at the same time.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a wild day. Thanks, Todd.
Thank you.
Here's a shot of the drone. In a few minutes, our pilot is going to be launching this, and we're going up there
to watch the process of the drone cleaning the roof. If you have questions at all while you're watching the process, anything at all, we will do our very, very best efforts here to respond in real time as you're seeing it.
That's Gino, our pilot, assessing the situation.
It's a beautiful morning here in Sarasota. Gino, can I ask you a couple questions? Sure. We're live on Facebook. Now, You're going to be our pilot, right?
I'm the pilot.
And you have to have special accreditation to do something like this. What's required by the state, or how does that work? Can you tell us real quick?
You have to have an FAA certification to go fly drones for any kind of commercial purpose anyway. So I have a FAA license. Basically.
Okay, and this is a bigger than normal project for drone cleaning on a roof, would you say? Or
well, this is the biggest one I've done so far. So, but most of them are more homes. But when you get into churches and things like that, then they can be like this with steeples and be fairly steep.
Right.
So instead of shooting down, I'm going to need to go shoot out. So I really need to have the wind cooperate.
And you'll be going left to right? Is that generally what the...
I'm just going to go back and forth, left to right, right to left, and just go back and forth, because going up and down uses a lot of battery to go up, and then to go down, and it uses a lot of battery. So I'm going to go back and forth and back and forth.
We're going to watch you, okay?
Sounds great.
Right on Facebook Live.
All right.
It should be fun. So while we prep up, the team is getting ready. Fleet Kleen do pressure washing and soft washing, paver washing all over the Bradenton, Sarasota area. We're very, very busy in Lakewood Ranch typically. Today we're at this beautiful church, and the project is to completely clean this roof and show our friends and fans on Facebook Live how this process works as Gino gets ready to take the drone into the air. If you have questions about the process, feel free to email us, and we will watch the screen as we go here and answer any questions you have as to how this whole process works. This is one of the very few companies that offers drone service. And we find from a lot of people who are tired of broken tiles on their roof that they're looking for another option. And it's turned out that an industrial drone like this is the right solution for that kind of a situation. No one ever steps on your roof when you're using a drone to clean it. The humidity and our climate conditions here in Florida can really take a toll on the different roofs, on commercial buildings, church roofs like this, residential properties with the tile roofs.
I don't think so. I think you're okay.
We're almost at liftoff here, it looks like. What's happening here, Todd? Looks like we have ignition.
Yeah, we're just getting ready to get started. So move a little so we're not looking into the sun.
Good idea. You're watching, if you just tuned in, the Fleet Kleen drone cleaning a church roof in Sarasota. Fleet Kleen offers a variety of different services: residential, commercial, community properties, HOAs. And today we have the task of cleaning this beautiful church roof. And it's certainly, as you can see, an interesting shape we've got that we're dealing with here. We see a lot of unusual, unique roof shapes. This is definitely right up there. And you can see how Gino is piloting this, and he has a strategy on how he's going to get this cleaned. We just got started. If you have questions, ask away. We'll attempt to answer them right here on this live broadcast. That's our pilot there, along with some support people, keeping an eye on things. The chemicals are all being pumped in directly and are loaded on the ground back over here prior to the start of the drone going up on the roof. Got a bunch of spectators actually out here today too, watching the process. Gino, our pilot, was saying earlier that the best strategy when you're cleaning a roof like this is to be going from side to side as opposed to up and down. Saves on battery life, controls the whole process. And you can see that he's obviously very experienced at doing something like this. A lot of people are surprised when they see the drone cleaning a roof. Just weren't sure how it actually works and how accurate it is. And as you can see, when you're dealing with a accredited pilot who does this on a regular basis, it's very controllable. steady stream of chemicals. What's that?
One of the questions obviously about wind, and today is one of the windier days. You can see the plants moving and so forth.
Right.
And our drone is GPS controlled and also by the pilot, but it's very much in control on a day like this. It does get to some points that we don't want to fly on certain days, but for the most part, it's something we can within our control. Probably been up there about 15 minutes or so. I haven't been timing it, but kind of in the 15 to 20 minute range, depending on certain conditions. And so, you know, he'll soon land. We change out the battery at that point, and he'll be back up. And you can see it's you know, there's some areas that have come good and clean.
Yeah,
some
already.
Areas that, you know, just on his second pass, he'll go up higher, make sure we get those areas as well.
Now, Lakewood Ranch is a popular area for the process, am I right? You're doing HOAs or condo projects?
Yeah,
how does that work?
We've done a lot of projects, HOAs in Lakewood Ranch. We've even done them over in West Palm. Cleaned a roof like this over in West Palm as well. So we do a lot around the Sarasota Manatee area, but we are willing to travel to do it as well.
And the great thing that a lot of people have told us in the past is nobody steps on your roof. So if you've had an issue with broken tiles, this is the answer, I would think, right?
Well, that's one of the benefits is absolutely nobody needing to get on your roof, and that's important to a lot of people, and this is a solution that allows us to accomplish that.
You can already see a change in the top area where he's been.
Sure.
If you're just joining us, we are doing a Facebook Live. We are using the drone, an industrial drone that has been customized to clean roofs. And the drone is able to do residential cleaning for homeowners that don't want anyone stepping on the tiles on their roof. They may have had a bad experience in the past. It can be very expensive to repair that kind of a situation. So the drone is available to go out and do that. And for people who love to watch this process and are curious on how it works, we thought today would be a good day to do a Facebook Live from here and show people the process from fleetkleanservice.com. You can watch more of this online if you like, but it's fascinating to watch. We have a accredited pilot down here below. That's Gino, who's doing all the controls, and he does this on a regular basis. And that's Todd with the white shirt, the owner of the company on the left. We have some other support folks here, and a bit of a crowd that's basically assembled to watch this being done. Already a dramatic difference here. The drone's been in the air so far for 15-20 minutes, and you can see how things are starting to turn where they're applying the chemical here. There's different kinds of chemicals as well that they use depending on the situation, where they are, what the homeowner's asking for. And what you're watching here is available for HOAs, commercial buildings, and residential buildings. Feel free to ask us any questions on how this works, and we'll respond directly here. We can. We'll get the owner to give us some more information, but you're seeing a live shot here of the drone applying the chemicals to the roof. And a significant difference in the look already in the last 25 minutes. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, Gino is making tremendous progress here. Is the wind cooperating, would you say?
Yeah, wind's been fine. He's just actually turning on purpose there to get different angles as he's spraying it.
Right. Gino can actually see on his iPad here. And in the last less than 30 minutes, you can see what's going on here.
44.4. 44.4.
Gino, our accredited pilot, is in control, and it's amazing how we're finally seeing all the white that the original architect had probably intended for us to see all the time. It was getting covered up, and we have a solution here on how to get this clean finally. If you have questions about this process, you can text us right online there, and we're going to get you the answers that you need on how it works. This is Fleet Kleen. You can see us online on the website at Fleet Kleen Service. And drone cleaning is available residential, also for community projects and commercial buildings. Particularly in residential, where you don't want someone stepping on your roof. Maybe you've had a bad incident with broken tiles. All that goes away when you use the drone. And there are pictures and other videos that we have on the website at fleetkleenservice.com if you'd like to take a look. This seems to be going quicker than I originally thought.
It's going really good today, and essentially there'll be more of the same, right? We're just going to continue to finish up. We're doing the other side as well. They're interested in us cleaning a shingle roof as well now that they're seeing these results.
So shingles also then, right?
Clean shingle roofs, barrel tile roofs, especially, and yeah, this is a little bit unique situation here at a commercial complex, but. Yeah, we can clean all types of roofs, and it's been a joy having a crowd out here today.
Yeah, for sure. Good flying, Gino. How was it? Any words for the crowd at home watching right now? What was it?
It was a little windy when you get up, and the wind is catching off the upper edge of that. But other than that, it's fine.
Right, but in the short 30 minutes, it's already noticeably different.
Yeah, it reacts really quickly, the chemical we put on there, and cleans it up. So it should be clean in a couple hours. Be perfectly
So
clean.
is it going faster than you had anticipated when you arrived this morning?
Yes, I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Because the wind is cooperating. It isn't really, it's kind of blocking the wind to some degree, so I'm able to, and I have the jets pointing forward, and they shoot pretty hard, so.
Is morning typically a better time as it relates to the wind, or?
Usually morning.
Better, less wind, yeah. Mm-hmm. So Todd, when you're washing the trees like this, is this just a little fun exercise on the side, or is there a reason?
It's just a preventative if there is a little bit of overspray or something that we take care of the plants as well. So just we water them a lot ahead of time, and then just give them a little rinse.
Great idea
as well.
We are at the beautiful St. Paul Lutheran Church on Bahia Vista, and there's their website down below if you want to find out more information. We're over here today to take care of this roof. The cleaning committee wanted something to be done about the algae and all the various deposits that happen in a market climate like this, where you have humidity and all kinds of other factors that especially on a white roof. And you can see what's happening here after the first 35 minutes on how the roof looks now. We decided to do a Facebook Live to show people the process. You have to have an accredited pilot that does this kind of work. Fleet Kleen has Gino, who's been doing this for a long time, and he knows this process. He knows the importance of the right wind conditions, and this service is available to residential homeowners. If you're a member of an HOA and you would like more information on how this is done, feel free to get in touch with us. Our website is fleetkleenservice.com. This roof is already transformed into a whole different look in less than an hour. You can see the difference here. So the drone will be going back up here shortly, and there'll be another pass that Gina will be doing. If you have any questions, you can email us directly, or if you're watching this and we're live right now, feel free to send in any of your questions in terms of where we go, which is, by the way, most frequently it's in the Lakewood Ranch area, but we're all over Sarasota and anywhere in this region. If you have questions and you'd be interested in drone service so no one has to step on your roof, let us know. Ted has just joined us. Ted, what's your last name? And did I hear right that you're on the committee, the important VIP committee, to decide who's cleaning the roof here today?
I work with the property committee at our church, and I arranged to have the roof cleaned by Fleet Kleen.
When was the last time the roof was cleaned, as far as you?
As far as I can remember, about 7 years ago.
It's a unique shape, obviously.
Yes, it's about 8 to 9 feet on the eaves and 50 feet off the ground at the peak. And prior, we always had to rent a lift, an 85-foot lift, so that we could reach the peak and clean it. But now we use the drone, and it's very effective, both from cleaning and cost-wise.
So technology has entered the roof cleaning business.
Yes, it has.
Did you find Fleet Kleen? Were you searching for other solutions, or did Fleet Kleen find you and suggest?
No, our property manager of our Condo Association, I'm on the board of that.
You're a busy guy.
Recommended that to him, that they'd always done a good job. And so I arranged to have them clean a roof that was badly stained in our Condo Association. And they did a perfect job. It was sparkling clean. They arrived on time. They got the job done in the allotted time. They cleaned up, and you never knew they were there other than they had a clean roof. They did what they said they were going to do.
Can't beat that. So if a property manager is watching this, can I assume you'd recommend Fleet Kleen?
Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, next year we clean our pavers. We have paver driveways and parking area. And they've given us a quote that looks very promising. And so they'll probably be cleaning and sealing our pavers at our association.
We've been out here for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and already it seems like it's significant, the difference that we're seeing up there in the early stages.
It's night and day. As soon as the cleaning solution hits the roof, you can see the dirt begin to melt off, flow off.
And what has caused the black marks that were up there? What's been your experience?
First of all, it's sand and debris that's blowing in from the beach. And then with all the dampness and everything, we began to get some mildew on the roof. And so
the combination
of this, they're taken care of this morning.
Ted, thanks for talking with us.
It's been my pleasure.